Good morning, everybody. Welcome once again. We're gonna start day two, lesson one under unit six. We're gonna talk about dilation today. On under day one, we talked about similarity and we only brushed on dilation. So today we're gonna talk about dilation. A dilation is a transformation that moves all points in a figure closer to or further from a center of dilation. Okay. For you to have a dilation, you must have a center. Like in this email, this picture below here, the blue color is called the pre-image, that is the object you have at hand, and the red color one is called the image. So, and then you can have the image through this point center of dilation called this center holder. Okay, so this picture illustrates better. And then when you measure the distance OC to OB, OC to OB to OB prime, OC to OC prime, OA to OA prime, those numbers are called, the fraction of those numbers are called scale factor, okay? Like yesterday, what we're doing when we're working of, uh, on proportion. So when those proportions are the same, we talk about scale factor. So the distance is determined by the scale factor, okay? So here we can say triangle one. So in this example, triangle ABC is a pre-image of triangle A. So triangle ABC is the original, the pre-image of triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. Okay, so you're gonna write ABC, triangle ABC is a pre-image, and then triangle A prime, B prime, C prime, A prime, B prime, C prime is the image. So pre-image can also be called original, okay? Pre-image is also called original image, okay? Then we go further, and the image is the new picture we have, that is the one in red there. So how do we calculate that? It's quite simple. As you can see, OA prime, and when you are dealing with the proportionality, when you are moving from the object, from the scale, from the center of projection or the center of dilation towards either each point of the pre-image or each point of the image, what do is that you always put image component over pre-image. So it's gonna be OB prime. So OB prime gonna be what? OB prime is OB when you are moving from OB, then you move again from B to B prime. So it's gonna be 2 plus 4, which is 6. So you're gonna write 6 here. And OB prime 6, and then OB is, as you can see here, 2. Then when you divide 6 by 2, you have 3. And also OA prime is when you are moving from OA and then A prime. So it's going to be 2.3 plus 4.6, which is 6.9. And then OA is 2.3. So when you divide, you're going to have 3. Also, you're moving from O to C prime, that's 4.3 plus 8.6, that's going to be 12.9. And then OC itself is this 4.3. So when you do the division, you're going to have 3. So this means the scale factor here is what? 3. Okay. So sometimes, and yes, if you can recall in lesson 1, we said when we have dilation, the angles are what? congruent, the angle of the pre-image and the image are congruent. So say since the angles are congruent here, notice all the corresponding angles are congruent. As you can see, B prime and B are the same. C prime 40, C 40, and then A prime 66, A 66. Quite simple. So here, one angles are congruent and the side are not the same. We know we talked about dilation, talking about similarity. So we're just going to talk about it here. So you're going to say triangle. Then we can say triangle. We can say triangle ABC is similar to triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. So similarity symbol is this, okay? So we're gonna go to the next picture. So all measurements are here and in centimeters. So let's go. As you can see, A prime, B prime, A prime, B prime 5.1 over A B 1.7, and the outcome is what? 3. B prime, C prime 7.2, and BC 2.4. When you divide, you have 3, and it goes on like that. A prime, C prime 7.5, and AC 2.1. So when you do the division, you have 3. So here the scale factor is what? Is also 3. So this is another way to see that the scale factor is 3. It's either you move from the center of dilation towards the image over center of dilation towards the pre-image, to get the scale factor, or you can take part of the image over the similar part on the pre-image. It's going to give you the same scale factor. So here we're going to find, since these two triangles, the yellow and the red one, are similar under dilation, and the center of dilation is Z, and the factor of dilation is 4. You have to take care of that as well. So if ZE, this guy here, is 11 centimeter, then what is ZA prime? Since the center of we usually say center of dilation to image over center of dilation to pre-image is scale factor, and our scale factor here is 4. And we know Z is what? Is 11. So ZA prime over 11 equals to 4. So it's going to mean that ZE prime going to be 4 times 11. And what is 4 times 11? 44. So this guy is 44 centimeter. So Z is 44 centimeter. And we also said that under dilation or under dilation, the angles are congruent, so we don't have to bother ourselves. So angle C, if CAB, this angle here is 50, it means C prime, B prime, A prime, since they are congruent, that one gonna also be 50. So C prime, B prime, A prime is also 50 degree, okay? Because under dilation, angles are congruent, and then the sides are what? Similar, and they can be measured by the scale factor, okay? And the last one says if A prime, C prime, so it means one side on the image is 24, on the image is 24. So what is AC? Since A prime, C prime, and AC are similar, so we're gonna do a kind of calculation here too. A prime, C prime, so So we're gonna take A prime, C prime image over pre-image AC equals to scale factor. And we know that A prime C prime is 24, so we're gonna have 24 over AC equals to 4. So what do we do next? You cross multiply. So it's gonna be, 4 can be written as 4 over 1. So cross multiplication gonna be 24 times 1 equals to 4 times AC. So when you divide both sides by 4, AC will definitely be 6. So AC is 6 centimeter. So AC is 6 centimeter. Okay. So our last problem for today, then we call it a day. But make sure you also watch your the video once again and also do the homework on Google Form. Okay. So the last part, which is this problem, says if ZB is 12, ZB, so it means this part on the from the center of dilation to the pre-image is 12. Then what should be the distance between that's point B on the pre-image to point B prime on the image? So the best thing to do, we usually know that pre-image to point center of dilation to image over center of dilation to pre-image equals to scale factor. And then we have ZB to be what? 12. So it's going to be ZB prime over 12 equals to 4. The next thing to do is to cross multiply. So ZB prime will be equals to 4 times 12. And then what's 4 times 12? 48. So it means this distance here is 48. So if you are moving from Z to ZB prime, it's 48. And you've already moved from Z to ZB, which is 12. So what's the distance left? So you're going to do subtraction. So it means here ZB prime equals to ZB plus BB prime. Our ZB is 48. ZB prime is 48. ZB is 12. And then is BB prime we're looking for. So when you take away 12 from both sides, you're going to see that BB prime will be 36. Yes. So it means BB prime is 36. So this guy is 36 centimeter. So thank you very much. Do have a wonderful day. And make sure you do your exercise. Today's homework is on Google Form. Okay. Bye.